Hey YouTube, this is Southern Purple 1. Major developments, I feel, in the Ukrainian-Russia conflict is Russia just used a hypersonic missile. And let me back up and say, I truly believe Russia or Putin thought or believed that NATO wanted to eventually bring Ukraine into NATO and maybe even station nuclear weapons there. And if he thought that, that explains some of his reaction, some of his reasoning to go into Ukraine. It doesn't justify it, but it just shows us why he's so strong on what he had to do. So, if you understand Russian military doctrine, they are 100% okay with using tactical nukes and even using them as a first strike option, not waiting till the enemy uses them, but it is in their doctrine to use tactical nukes on a first strike against their enemy. You have to understand that. Let's go back and see why they fired that hypersonic missile. And what they did was they hit an ammo depot that had missiles and other aviation ammo in it. Now, a hypersonic missile is a missile that has been developed recently that can travel like 5 times the speed of sound, and that would be about 3,800 miles per hour. 3,800. That thing is just incredibly fast, and it has a range of about 1,200 miles. The one that was launched, I believe, was an air launch one, so it was launched under a fighter jet. And it carries a payload, it can carry a payload, if it's going to go nuclear, about 33 times the yield of the bomb that was dropped on Hiroshima. Now it can carry conventional weapons too, and the one that was just shot carried a conventional weapon. It did not carry a nuclear weapon. But if this was the first time it was used in Ukraine, hypersonic, and I believe that he used it for a few reasons. First of all, I don't know exactly what they struck, as in where the location was, and I could probably research it further, but I'm assuming that maybe it had a good air defense system, or maybe they wanted to test fire one of these missiles in real world, and that's what they did. Now, if he is feeling that his back is against the wall, he might use more of his hypersonic. For me, it shows him that if he just used one, it was probably just a real world test. Because there's other ways to destroy that facility that they hit with more conventional type of weapon systems, and it's cheaper. But he used the hypersonic. Now my fear is that he might be backed into a corner where one day he might say, well, I'm going to have to use a nuclear weapon, and my best delivery system would be using a hypersonic missile, because there's no system that's out there that is in the public knowledge and has public info on it that can defeat a hypersonic missile. We don't have a system. Now, if there is one, I'm not aware of it, and it is top secret, because I have no buddies in the military that have any information about it. So, assuming we have no defense about it, a hypersonic missile is a huge game changer. So why did they use it? I'm not sure. Was it just, hey, let's test it in a real world environment, or we have to take out this facility and they have good air defenses and we don't want to risk fighter jets? Why didn't they use cruise missiles? I don't know. But this is definitely a game changer. I'm eager to see if he's going to use a second one. So I do fear that if he's backed in a corner, he would use tactical nuclear weapons. Their doctrine is very clear on that. They're authorized to use it, and even as a first strike, tactical nuclear weapons. One tactical nuclear weapon going off over there is a game changer. That would definitely bring on World War III very quickly. Our response would be, I don't know what our response, but we would respond, and it would just escalate. And I'm not telling you this is scary. I'm trying to educate you. So if you see things ramping up. So, one hypersonic was used. We'll see if there's any more. And I think it's an upping the ante. And you get a lot of reports that, you know, Russians are just being mauled and killed and destroyed, their morale is low, and that could be definitely true. Or it could just be more propaganda. I have no idea. I'm not over there on the ground. But we will see. Thanks for watching.